Hello, this is Mark, and once again, we are refocusing Barbados. I want to apologize for the long break that we've had, but I've spent a lot of time preparing for Christmas, and you know how that is here at the bakery. We've got a lot of work to do, so I have to put my business first. But I want to draw our attention to something that is happening now to us as a country. Because right now we are experiencing the longest period of recession since independence. Not that we ever had recessions before, yes we've had, but none has been this prolonged. And it's really, it has reached crisis stage now. And if you have been following the newspapers recently, concerning the battle between the governor of the central bank and the minister of finance, and you listen to what the governor had to say, you would realize how serious the situation is. And a lot of the real problem that we are having is one of the real problems we have is the printing of money. But when we look at the economy where it's at and how long we've been in this recession, anybody with common sense will tell you that this is not sustainable. We cannot continue like this without having serious damage to our country, to the delivery of certain goods and services to the people, and to the legitimate expectations of Barbados on a daily basis. The problem that we are having is with government being unable to get a good enough supply of revenue to meet its daily obligations. Hence, we can expect at any time that government will be in a bind to find enough money to pay wages and salaries. But I would say this, judging from my business operations here, and judging from what I have seen over the past few years, I have realized that the expansion of the underground economy has been so huge, and it's getting bigger as we go into a deeper and deeper recession, that it is posing a threat to government in terms of the revenues that it can collect. And this is the problem that government needs to recognize. When you overtax people, people will find a way to dodge paying taxes. Nobody likes to pay taxes, and that was from biblical times. Nobody likes to pay taxes, and it's still the same thing today. And the more government finds itself with that difficulty of collecting taxes and collecting revenue to meet its obligations, it seems as though the mistake the government has made was to continue to increase taxes. And the more taxes it imposes upon people, the more creative people have become in trying to dodge paying taxes. And this is where the Minister of Finance has erred. He doesn't understand that aspect of human behavior. And therefore what happens to the government, it continues to find itself in a shortfall, with a shortfall. And the underground economy, or the parallel economy, has a way of rapidly eroding the tax revenue structure. Every time government tries to make adjustments to increase its availability of revenue, people find more creative ways to get around it. And you cannot blame people. People are not going to volunteer to pay taxes. They're not going to do it. They're going to try to get away from it. So, government is in a bad place. And I'm suggesting that we stop bickering, we start making noise and fussing, and do what every person in the private sector knows how to do very well: find solutions. We have a problem, we find solutions. In fact, in the private sector, we structure our businesses to have a consistent cash flow that we can meet our obligations, our overheads, expenses. Government is unable to do that because government made many mistakes in the way how it handled the economy. So it has come home now to be a serious problem for government. But it's not only a problem for government, it's also a problem for us. How are we going to deal with this? And a lot of people are saying to me, Matt, it seems as though we've reached the point of no return. And one of the things that politicians in Barbados have always relied upon is the resilience of the Barbadian. But I've told my wife this, and I've said this to her over and over again, and I said this to her in 2008, just before the general election. I said, one day, we are going to take away with this economy once too often. It's going to go over the brink, and it's going to take a lifetime to bring it back. I said, I may die, I may never see it come back. And this is a very serious thing. When you have the hopes and aspirations of young people wanting to go to university, want to participate in the economic life and the social life of our country, and then they don't see any hope. Young people, they're not like us. A lot of them act and then think. They're not very tolerant. But what happens? What do we want to blame them? We have to blame ourselves for creating this problem. I am going to make a suggestion to Barbadians, because I'm saying to Barbadians now, we have some hope. All is not lost, and I'm going to tell you why. We have a wonderful resource amongst us. And he is brilliant, he is competent, he has the expertise. Our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean have realized that here is a great resource that Barbados seem not to want, and we're going to utilize him. And he's been working with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean to help them with their economies. Why should we allow him to sit on the sidelines at a time like this? His mind is tailor-made for a situation like this, one that we're experiencing now. Call him up. I'm talking about Mr. Owen Arthur. Call him up and say, Mr. Arthur, come on. Come and help us. We need your guidance. We need your expertise. Come, steer the ship for us. We need you to do this. I was making this big, bold suggestion, because it seems as though the government is out of options, it doesn't seem as though it has any way of pulling this around. I would say that we look at having an interim administration to deal with this problem. Ask Mr. Arthur to come back and lead this administration for us. It can be made up of people within the B's and the D's, but with one common goal: arrest this problem. And we cannot sit down and talk our lives away. We cannot march ourselves away. We cannot raid, we cannot run from it. The problem is still there when we're done. We want action, and we need action now. Call him out. This is what I'm suggesting. Call him out. You know, Mr. Arthur, you can't retire at this time when we are facing a crisis like this. Come out, man. Come and help us. He loves his country. I can tell you that. I'm sure Mr. Arthur would be willing to sit down and work with us and lead this country back to some form of economic health. Billionaires, I want you to join me in this call to ask Mr. Arthur to come out and help us. And the reason why I'm also asking is that I know Billionaires trust Mr. Arthur on these economic matters. I know Mr. Billionaires are very comfortable with Mr. Arthur. You know, he's experienced, he's competent. And I'm going to give you an example of how they take his word very seriously. Recently, Mr. Arthur said we have 90 days to turn this thing around. And even young people that I would not have imagined would understand what he is saying. Maybe they don't fully understand, but they get the gist of it. And some people amongst my staff will be coming up to me and say, Mr. Nichols, you think we can pull it around in 90 days? That went viral. That statement went viral. It sent shockwaves through our entire society. They get it. Because when Mr. Arthur speaks, they listen because they trust his competence. So why should we be going through this nonsense and we have such a wonderful resource there? The strategy must be now to arrest the problem, get the best man for the job, right? Go to him because we've tried others and they have failed. He hasn't failed us yet. I'm saying to you Barbadians, we need Mr. Arthur now more than ever. Thank you. This has been Refocusing Barbados.